2018 Toyota Prius C. Presentation. Propelled for the 2012 model year, the Prius C is Toyota's least evaluated half-and-half model. It's likewise the littler individual from the Toyota Prius group of half-and-half, gas, electric, vehicles. Guards and rocker boards were overhauled for the 2017 model year, alongside the back spoiler and new composite wheels. Toyota additionally has appeared well and good suite of driver help highlights, including a pre-crash framework, path takeoff cautioning, and programmed high shafts. Formerly thought about as subcompact, the Prius C is somewhat longer than some Focus models, estimating 158.7 inches. Urbanites and suburbanites are the principal prospects for an unobtrusively estimated, fuel-proficient little runabout like the Prius C. Toyota says C remains for city. We consider it meaning shoddy or smaller. Roomier than anticipated, the inside shows proof of cost-cutting measures, yet it is an unequivocally constructed hatchback. The crossover powertrain joins a 60-drive electric engine with a 73 torque, 1.5-liter 4-chamber fuel motor and a 19.3 kilowatt, 144-volt, nickel-metal hydride battery pack. Like most littler half-and-halves, the Prius C utilizes a ceaselessly factor transmission, CVT. Framework yield aggregates 99 drive. Both the battery pack and the fuel tank fit underneath the back seat, which allows a full profundity payload zone. 4 coherent trim levels are offered, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Every adaptation contains control windows, mirrors, and entryway locks, alongside programmed atmosphere control and remote keyless section. A 6.1-inch touchscreen for the sound framework incorporates a USB port and iPod availability. Notwithstanding when driving with Get Up and Go, the Prius C is fuel proficient. Typical mode is for ordinary driving. EV mode, enacted by a dashboard catch, lets the Prius C keep running on power alone, however for not as much as a mile. Underneath 25 miles per hour Eco mode reduces control yield by controlling throttle operation and bringing down atmosphere control settings, for significantly thriftier fuel utilization. Horrendously moderate increasing speed is the punishment for that level of thriftiness. What's more, drivers behind may not value it. Well-being scores and crash testing aren't the best. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration gave the Prius C a 4-star rating by and large, and a similar score for frontal and side effect crashes. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has given the hatchback good crash scores, yet just an acceptable assessment for that association's little cover crash test. 9 airbags are standard, alongside the recently standard Safety Sense suite. Lineup. 4 trim levels are advertised. Costs are MSRP and do exclude the $885 gold charge. Prius C1, $20,150, incorporates 15-inch compound wheels, 3.5-inch data show, fabric situate top upholstery, an overlap down back seat, programmed atmosphere control, a tilt, adjustable controlling section, remote keyless passage, control windows, and 4-speaker sound with a USB port and iPad availability. Prius C2, $20,950, includes a back spoiler, LED taillights, control mirrors with turn flag markers, daytime running lights, 2-tone texture front seats, 6-way driver's seat, 60/40 split crease down back seat, 6-speaker sound, journey control, and a freight cover. Prius C3, $22,375, gets a smart key framework with push-button begin, touch tracer show, and premium sound with root, an applications suite, satellite radio, and HD radio. Prius C4, $24,965, accompanies LED fog lamps, a rear-view camera, warmed power mirrors, moonroof, and soft-text trimmed warmed front seats. 16-inch wheels are discretionary. Walk around. Some half-breed models contrast little in appearance from an organization's fuel motor vehicles. Others display a look all their own. Frank outline of the Prius C doesn't recommend that it's a fuel-productive half-breed, or that it's a piece of the Prius crossbred family. Humble upgrading for 2017 gives the hatchback crisp guards and rocker boards, in addition to another passed-out back spoiler. Seen from the side, the delicately adjusted nose leads into smooth body sides. The back side looks significantly more regular than the one on the bigger Prius liftback. Notwithstanding tall vertical LED taillights, the back window is a solitary sheet, pivoted at the best, not at all like the liftback's part window setup. A long rooftop spoiler helps confine turbulence, adding to the auto's fuel productivity at interstate velocities. Inside the lodge, the Prius C is more regular than its bigger liftback kin. Regardless of late updating, inside materials still have a to some degree low-spending look contrasted with different Prius models. Metallic painted plastic things can be seen. Rather than a keen snap, entryways close with something more like a dull crash. Front seats were basically acquired from earlier age renditions of the bigger Prius, yet they're adequately agreeable. With 35 crawls of rearward sitting arrangement legroom, a couple of 6-foot grown-ups can fit perfectly, without overabundance swarming. Rather than the peculiar little drive choice stock in the greater Prius, the Prius C gets a regular lever situated on the focal passage. Switches additionally are customary. Instead of in front of the driver, a multi-data show sits in the dashboard focus. Baggage space is significant in the back bring forth. Behind the back seats, freight volume adds up to 17.1 cubic feet. Driving impression. Nobody ought to be shocked to discover that a Prius C is no speed devil out and about or around town. To stay aware of activity, the motor needs to work rather hard, while the driver may need to design some passing, blending moves ahead of time. At the point when pushed hard, as well, the motor discharges significant clamor. For run-of-the-mill half-and-half auto proprietors, then again, unassuming execution isn't a noteworthy disadvantage. It's basic a cost to be paid for great gas mileage. Under the organization's most recent fuel productivity gauges, the Prius C is EPA evaluated at 48/43 of a mile per gallon city, highway, or 46 miles per gallon combined. Half-and-half autos ordinarily get higher mileage in city driving than on the thruway. In spite of the fact that the general driving knowledge is less captivating than the present-age Prius liftback can give, the Prius C gets dealing with profits by its straightforward and direct controlling. Therefore, this little hatchback is more deft than the earlier-age enormous Prius, giving the driver a more prominent feeling of the street underneath. Maybe more significantly, the Prius C is in its component while combating urban activity. Nobody will mix up the Prius C for an energetic hatchback, yet it can convey a happily compensating knowledge whether driven delicately or all the more unequivocally. Furthermore, while experiencing a tight parking spot, the Prius C stands prepared to exhibit its ability for squeezability. Outline. Fuel effectiveness is without a doubt the prime offering point for the Prius C. Aside from motor clamor and lukewarm execution, however, this small-scale level hatchback can be very satisfying to drive. In any case, the bigger Prius liftback is more refined and more costly. On the in addition to side, the one version is sensibly very much prepared. Driving impressions by Aaron Cole, The Car Connection. James M. Flaming added to this report.